wise old wolf is...
Wise old owl.
Wise old owl is presented.
Jury Alexandra T. Wolf is accused of the crime of deliberately causing her neighbors' deaths just so she could eat them for dinner, which is against the law.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. I will prove to you that this defendant, Alexandra T. Wolf, is absolutely guilty of this crime. She probably wasn't even making a birthday cake. She just wanted a free pig dinner, and one wasn't enough. She had to have two. She intentionally ate two harmless little piggies and was out to do exactly the same to the third one. She also destroyed two houses and was working on a third of the day in question. This wolf knew exactly what she was doing. She was breaking the law. You must find her guilty of killing both pigs intentionally.
The defense may give your opening remarks.
Thank you, Your Honor. My, don't be so convinced. What the prosecution has presented is completely inaccurate. There is no proof at all that my client intended to hurt anyone. She had plenty of food at her house. She didn't need to go blowing down pigs' homes for a little taste of pork. Would you go through all that trouble for a meal? Nothing could be further from the truth. She was simply trying to borrow a cup of sugar from her neighbor, and a terrible cold caused her to sneeze. My client is innocent. I will prove that to you today.
Thank you. Let us begin this case. Miss Prosecutor, please call your first witness.
You promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You may be seated.
I want you to tell me exactly what happened that very day of the incident. Tell your story.
Well, I was sitting at home, and a wolf came, and he knocked on my door, and he said, "Let me in," and I said no.
And then,
And then he tried to blow my house down.
okay. And then what did you do next?
He tried to blow my house down.
After that.
He tried to come in. He had to go down the chimney. But I was roasting marshmallows, and so he killed my marshmallows.
Oh, what happened to your brother?
Well, the first one was just shaving his chin, and the wolf came in and said, "Let me in, let me in." And he said, "No, I'm shaving the hairs on my chin." And then he got all mad and blew his house down. And then he ate him.
Oh. And then when he came to what happened to your other brother?
Same thing happened. He got all mad and he blew his house down and ate it.
That's all.
If you saw some slop and corn on the ground, would you eat it?
Maybe.
If you had a cold, would you sneeze?
Yes. But we don't know that he had the cold. Pussy.
Why does everything get blamed on them?
He ate my brothers.
Sure.
Tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You may be seated.
Okay. So where were you exactly when this happened?
Well, me, Little Red Riding Hood, and Puss in Boots were on our way to get lunch from the office, the reporters. And we took the truck to get lunch for our boss and us. And we were on our way, and a little while later, our car, in the middle of nowhere, our truck broke down. And we were looking for someone to help us. So Puss insisted on bringing the camera. Oh, we saw like a path to the woods, and we said, oh, maybe people live in here. So Puss said, oh, let's take the camera just to like take pictures of things. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And then we were like a little while in the, like walking on the trail, and me and Puss heard like some screaming. And so we ran, and we saw that this wolf was blowing down a house, not sneezing or coughing, and he devoured a pig. And we were very, like, blinded, and he took some pictures. And so we were like, oh my word, that was not a pretty sight. So we're like, we're not going to ask the wolf to help us. So we went on, and we saw another house, and we saw the wolf going to that house too, and we saw it blow down that house and devour another pig. So we were kind of grossed out by the point. And now the wolf was like, whoa, I ate a lot. And we were like, oh, there's another house. So we went and ran and got him, and Susan ran and opened the door and let us in. And I said, whatever you do, do not let the wolf in, because he'll try to destroy your house and eat you. And she's like, thank you so much. So we warned her, and she was like, thank you. And cautiously, when the wolf came up and she said, what do you want? And then he said, oh, achoo, or blue, blah. You know, and the whole house didn't do anything because it's made of brick. Smart. And so then I'm like, thank God she didn't blow down the house. And so I called the police, and I pray she's arrested. It tells exactly what happened in those pictures.
Well, we saw the wolf blowing the house down, showing him really angry, and trying to blow the house down.
So, how do we know that what you're saying is not a lie? That you just imagined it?
I have pictures.
Where are they?
Here.
There's nothing there. They're beautiful. There's nothing there.
Nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You may be seated.
What were you doing at the time of the incident?
I was knocking on their doors to get a cup of sugar.
Why are you needing a cup of sugar?
It was my granny's cake. It was her birthday.
Okay. Was there anything, were you having a cold or something like that?
Yes. Very
How
bad
was it?
cold. I had it for weeks.
Okay. Now what exactly happened? Tell your point of view.
I walked up to her house and I said, hello, is anybody home? The door was open. So I kind of looked inside and I saw Susan's brother in there. He wasn't shaving. He was doing something, and I'm like, can I have a cup of sugar? And he's like, no. And then all of a sudden my cold came on and I sneezed and his house fell down. His house was made out of straw.